Kia ora. It is day 73 on the TA, and it has finally stopped raining. We got to camp yesterday. I got to the shelter, and it had just started to kind of drizzle, rain a little bit, and shortly after, it picked up, got pretty heavy, and pretty much lasted all evening. Into the night, and then got some pretty heavy downpours overnight last night as well. So thankful that we were in a shelter and didn't have to be in our tent exposed to all that. So we didn't do a wrap up yesterday or last night. So it was, what was yesterday?
It was yesterday?
Yeah, how was yesterday?
How was yesterday? Well, it was fine. It started out fine. The forest was beautiful.
Yeah.
Not a lot of mud, some, which is, typical.
Yeah. Probably less than we'll have today.
Yeah, it was good, other than the thing.
Yeah, yes. So it was good. Yeah, we had a hill to climb right off the bat, and we went down, and then we had another hill to go up and over. And yeah, we had our friends were ahead of us, just ahead of us. And unfortunately, she slipped and fell and hurt her ankle or foot or something. Got flown out, unfortunately. So when we have service today, we're hoping to find out how she is. So Susanna, hope you are doing well, and hopefully Dirk made it there safely to catch up with you. So we're thinking about you. Yeah, we got to the shelter, and we pretty much just tried to, get everything dry, and which didn't happen. And we just hunkered down and
Got warm and
yes, tried to stay warm. Yep, that's what it was about. So today, we did just about 15 kilometers yesterday. I think it was just short of officially. Today we've got a little over 18 to do. Again, these are shorter miles, but they're still taking us a good portion of the day to do, with elevation and of course mud and weather and all those good things. So just try to be safe through this section, because as they say, weather can change rapidly up here in the higher elevations. So we just try to keep that in mind. But we are going to an outdoor center today. Not really sure what that space looks like, but we were able to send food to ourselves there, our resupply for the next section. But with lack of service, we don't know what the weather looks like for the next couple of days. And these 3 days right now, ending today, are the safer, I'll say, the easier of the 6 to 7 days to get through this section. So when we get there, we're gonna check weather and make a call whether we need to get down into the town of Levin before pushing on to the last couple of days, if we have to get out and wait out some weather or something. So we won't know that until the end of our day. But anyway, we're moving on this section today, so we'll show you what we got as we go. All right, hope you're well and having a great day. Our road walk for the morning ends. We have reached the Makahika track, and let's hope that the mud gods are in our favor today. So we have a long stretch of track, it seems, before we end our day on the road to get to the shelter we're going to. It's hard to get pictures and video of what it's really like right now. There's quite a bit of mud, but I'm sure it could be much worse.
Running out of rocks.
Sun, beautiful sun. I don't think it's gonna be enough to dry up the mud today. And we just took a lunch here at the Horafanua lookout. A little bit of a nice view here. We're got trees all around us otherwise, so but it's nice. I think we're looking here at the town of Levin, right down there. So we've got 6.5K left of trail, it looks like, and then we will get on the road to finish up our day. Back to the mud. A very pretty section of creek crossings, little mountain streams. Nice trail walking all along the streams. Good way to celebrate 1,600 kilometers. All right, here we are with the wrap up for day 73 on the TA. So we started out at the Tokomaru, I think it is, if I remember correctly, shelter. It rained all evening, most of the night. At one point in the middle of the night, it just sounded like a huge
wave was crashing down.
Bucket just pounded on the roof. All of a sudden, it just started. There was so much rain. Anyway, that made for some good mud today. So I'm sure it was muddy already. This just added to it. So
Deep, thick.
Yeah, there was some good mud.
Pervasive.
Yeah. It could have been much worse. I'm sure it gets much worse. Anyway, we left there. We were on road briefly. The mud was when we got on the track, then a couple of kilometers in, maybe 3 or 4 in. And
it was beautiful forest.
It was, yeah.
Really, really pretty.
Yeah.
When you could look up and look at it.
When you could actually enjoy it, yes. We were watching, and I think I took a decent amount of pictures and video today, but you had to stop. And, because there was just, you were constantly just watching your feet, watching your steps, watching the mud, where you were going to slide, trying not to slide or fall. All those things. So
which was not successful. I fell.
No. Yeah, you fell a couple of times. Yeah. Fortunately, more so just kind of falling back into the sitting position.
Yes, that's typically that's my go-to.
Yeah. And I tend to kind of ice skate in the mud. So, and whether I fall or not is irrelevant. That's what I look like. I'm falling on skates. Yeah, so there was lots of mud. But yeah, it was pretty. And we got up to there was a lookout most of the way, like 11K in or something like that today. It was a decent. It was hard to enjoy completely just because it was windy and cold at that point. But we did stop for lunch, and it was a nice view out. I think
the climb was, I thought, very gradual as well. Like I kept looking at my elevation gain and going, "Oh, we are climbing."
Yeah,
that was very nice that it wasn't a steep, hard kind of.
Yeah, I mean there were spots obviously like every climb. You get to a spot and you have to go up, but it really overall
it was very mild.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Then we got down on the other side. We obviously had to go back down the other side then, and I don't know. It seemed to get better really quickly. It wasn't as bad on the other side.
Once again, it wasn't that steep. We've done a lot of other forest trails here on the island where it's steep up and then steep down. Yeah. But it's really sketchy when it's muddy like that. And not that it wasn't, but it wasn't steep. I didn't feel it was treacherous or dangerous like some of the other ones that we've done after a hard rain and a lot of mud. You
still had to watch your footing and everything.
You still had to watch the footing, but the poles. Once you had the poles set, you were good. I felt, you know what I mean. You could right yourself really quickly.
Yeah, some of them previously were just so steep, like straight up
like
and down,
vertical.
and the steps up and down were really far, and so it was really tough. And you're swinging on trees, to try to keep your balance and stuff. And it wasn't that bad today.
No.
I mean, I enjoyed the hike overall. If it was the mud, whatever. But like you said, it was pretty.
Yes,
I enjoyed that.
It was very pretty. It's beautiful for us. Yes.
And once we got down to the other side, once we descended, we got down to the flats, if you will, and there were stream crossings, which were really nice as well. And there were so many of them.
There were a lot, and I appreciated them just to. Wash off the mud.
Get the mud off your shoes and legs. We cleaned our legs off. Yeah. So, that was. But
the streams
were
nice. Beautiful too.
Eventually, it dumped us out into some farm area, and then onto a road, and then the road led us to
the outdoor center.
Yeah, I can't remember the first word of it, but it's anyway. I can put that in there, and then the outdoor center. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to say we had food delivered there from the New World in Levin, which was Levine. Yes, thank you. Which super convenient. It was just sitting there waiting for us. Yeah, that worked out really well.
So the plan was we ordered food for the next 4 days.
The plan.
And that was
6 days.
And that was going to we planned for 4 days of hiking, and then we had some extra because you just don't know what's going to happen in those mountains. And so we spent some time today just kind of debating, looking at weather now that once we had service and we could see what was ahead. And basically, the short of the story is the weather tomorrow looks pretty good. The next day it starts to decline, and so of the 4 days, one looks good, one looks decent, the other two look not good at all. And we talked to the guy at the outdoor center who lives there, and he said, it doesn't look good. For the next 5 to 7 days, something like that. So
once we would get up there, we wouldn't be able to get out. We probably would be stuck in the hut.
Yes,
which is why you carry extra food.
Right. Yeah, we'd be stuck there above tree line probably. In a hut, just waiting out weather. Easily can be below freezing. All those types of things. So
with the wind chill and things like that.
Right. Yeah. So not that we couldn't do it, but again, the mud. Is another factor that slows you down, and it's already long hiking days to get through that section. But with the wind and the cold, and what were you going to say?
Oh, my shoe.
And your shoe, yes. So we had the beginnings of a blowout in one of the shoes. So all those factors basically mean what we're going to do is not do the next 4 days of those mountains. And what we're going to do, we're now in the holiday park in the town of Levin, and we got a ride here from a trail angel.
Sure.
I assume we're going to call it a hitch. I'm not really sure what we'll call it.
She was at her son's house feeding their cat.
Yeah.
Because they're on vacation.
And she just happened to be there with taking another hiker down into town.
So she stopped and we're like,
yeah. They're like, hey, all right, we took a ride. So what we're actually going to do is jump to the town tomorrow.
Hopefully.
The end, hopefully, we're going to try to get a hitch to the town at the end of the mountains, the Araroas, and then continue to the end of the island from there. And then hopefully we'll be watching the weather the whole time, that we can then jump back up here and finish those 4 days before we move on to the South Island. So that is the plan. We'll probably and we get new shoes when we get to Wellington. So it should take us 4-ish days to get to Wellington, something like that. So we'll be keeping an eye on things, but just for safety factor, and also so that we didn't have a major shoe issue in the middle of those mountain ranges. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. So, all right. So that's tomorrow as well. Just trying to hitch. I'm not going to try to say the name of the town right now. We'll hopefully learn it tomorrow as we travel. So. All right.
Buses are full though. We try to get a bus ticket and buses are full.
Yeah. Yep.
So try to hitch out.
Yeah, it's right between Christmas and New Year's, so it's probably a lot of people moving about for the holiday season.
Well, it's a weekend as well.
Yes.
Tomorrow. So.
Yep. All right. So that's it for the night. I hope you are well, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right, and once again, the holiday parks. This is our impromptu stay at the Levin Holiday Park. This was not planned until earlier this afternoon. So right back there in the background, you can see the Araroas, at least a portion of them. And in the foreground here, of course, the holiday park itself, just like the others, really nice space, game room and TV room and kitchen, and this one actually has a dining room and showers and all that kind of stuff. So really nice space. Just give you a really quick view here as we move around. So we are tenting here for the night and moving on tomorrow. Have a good night.